I've been asked by a few people to talk about the floor plan of the house. Um, and in the beginning, I wasn't, really willing to do that, especially when those questions were asked, the building, we hadn't even roofed it at that point. So I didn't want to, divulge a lot. There's a lot of this building that is, um, my wife, dreamt the design. Um, we had to tweak it to fit Ghana, of course. So it's very important that I don't give away too much of, what we hope will be, more a, a custom build that for our site. And I think there are some things that you know will make it so not every site um, sits on a slope, so not everyone can have that terrace building. So that is what this video is going to be about. Um, Stay tuned. This is Eric, and welcome to Ghana Bakweku YouTube channel, where we document the building process for our dream home in Ghana, West Africa. We hope that you find the content we share helpful, encouraging, and hopefully educating as well. Our site is a little unique. The project is a little unique. The things we wanted to do on the original land, all right, we originally bought two plots of land, right? We originally bought two plots of land, each 70 by 90, right? 70 wide, 90 deep, right? The depth being from the front of the house to the back. And unfortunately, by the time we decided to break ground, um, the neighbor down the hill had encroached and built that platform that you see to the left of the our fence wall going downhill, and that forced our hand a little bit because now the plan that we had for that space had to be changed a bit. Originally, we didn't think about doing the security post in the front of the house the way we had it. We're actually not going to do a security post at all. What we're going to do was to have an outhouse or um, a service quarters, if you would call it that. I don't really like calling it that, so we'll probably go with boys' quarters, right? Attached, to the not really attached, but on the downhill part of the house, closer to the gate, right? Closer to the front of the house, um, but not attached to the front wall. That was not like this was not the original plan. Now, because of what happened when we got to site and the back and forth that happened, we ended up giving up um, the fight because it was just going to slow it down. And Ghana courts are something I don't want to deal with, or we didn't want to. My cousin, the lawyer, told me, like it'll slow the process down, and I didn't want to deal with that. And I'm glad we didn't delay, right? Especially with the cost of things now, so I'm glad we went ahead and started building on what we could build on while we're still trying to figure out a solution. The final solution ended up being the chiefs coming and saying, you know what he's done, if you were to break it and claim it, you'd be spending more money trying to make it what you want. Well, unless I wanted to build a tennis court on that land, I like it ended up being, he used less the land, if I would put it that way. And I think they ended up giving us a fair deal. What they did was they offered us land in a different place, um, a full plot of land, right, at 50% off. And then they encouraged us to, if possible, if we could afford, to add a couple more um, plots or more plots, whatever plots we wanted to add, and they would let us pay in installments, which to me was a win, right? And I think they were just trying to please us after all the headache that we had to go through trying to get to a solution for what is now a site. But anyway, that's a topic for another video. It's probably one that will make a good mishaps video. But now we're moving on from it. The line that we have left is what we have to deal with, and that is what we have. We enclose the wall to the specification that us and the custodians of the land um, agreed on, and then we continued our build. Um, but once again, that's a topic for another day. Now let's take a walk around the house, right? Let's walk around the house. Like I said, we're going to try and give a little bit of a tour of the floor plan of the house without really giving all the all the details out. Um, and I think even if we did, right, there are some things about our house that people might not be able to replicate, right? Simply by the fact that the terrain that we have and the slopes that we have might not be the same as someone else trying to build a similar structure. So even if we did if someone lifted our house, you know, brick by brick and put it on some different terrain, the character will be different. What you're looking at now is the floor plan, right? For the foundation, right? As you can see here, that's the foundation plan, and it kind of sketches out what the rooms are on the ground floor. Um, I, our house is big. I'm not going to deny that. We did that on purpose. It's always been, like I mentioned, it's always my wife wanted to build a dream home, right? I got my dream soil, so that was a good compromise. Being a dream home, there are some things that we didn't want to, you know, um, cut corners on, which is why the house looks big, and we love every piece of it. We planned for it. It's huge, we know, but it's something that we planned, and it's something that we didn't just jump into, knee jerk. Um, so this is the ground floor. This is, as you can see it here. Um, Starting from the front left to the, I'm sorry, two car garage, not two door. Um, Two-car garage. Well, it has two doors, separate entries, but it's a two-car garage. And then to the right of that, you have the foyer, and then the living room, and then the dining room, the out kitchen, the main kitchen with a pantry, the guest powder, and above that a stairwell. And then to the left of the stairwell is a bedroom. Initially, this was supposed to be like a Jack and Jill sort of bedroom, but along the line, my wife decided that we didn't want to do it like that because we didn't want a case where, for example, if we had a house help living in one of the rooms downstairs, and my mom, because of age, of course, living in the other room, she didn't want mom and the guest, sorry, and help, right, to share a bathroom. So what we ended up doing is instead of having a Jack and Jill um, for the two bedrooms on the ground floor, we ended up splitting it, right? So one bedroom has a bigger space when it comes to bathrooms than the other. And the plan was that we're going to give mom the bigger space. Unfortunately, as much as we're trying to do this so she could live here or live in that house before she passed, we couldn't achieve that. May she rest in peace. For the rest of the video, I am going to put up the original floor plans, the ground floor, and also the first floor. You would see in the ground floor that we, you'll see what a change that we ended up talking about earlier, the Jack and Jill being converted into an ensuite. You'll see it in this image, right? You see where the two bedrooms on the ground floor have a, a shared entrance, right, into the bathroom space. But now what we've done is we've closed that off and rather given access to a bathroom and like an ensuite bathroom to each of those two bedrooms. Also, I will show the first floor plan. Um, you know, it doesn't really give a lot because we made a lot of changes. You will see here that the ground floor talks about the master bedroom being downstairs and the foyer being upstairs. That has changed, right? We changed it in the way that now the bedroom proper is upstairs, so we could take advantage of the views from upstairs. And then the downstairs, instead of being a bedroom um, and a shower space, an ensuite shower space, is more a bigger shower space, and the open area which is supposed to be the bedroom will now be a walking closet area, vanity, and maybe we'll carve out a little space where we could relax and watch TV in that space. But once we go upstairs, you know, there's no, I don't think we're gonna be doing any TV stuff upstairs. I don't know yet, but as the plan, we go upstairs to go to bed, or we enjoy the nature, the scenery, the views from the balcony upstairs. But then downstairs is mainly for getting ready, to leave the house and stuff like that, right? And then I'll show you some, videos that we took in the spaces. You would have to, you know, assume those because I'm just gonna be quiet now and let you guys enjoy the rest of the video. Once again, thank you for being part of this family. Thank you for your comments, your likes, your shares. If you haven't subscribed yet to the channel, please do. Would appreciate that. It helps push our contents to further people, who would learn from what we're doing. Um, you know, we are no experts, right? I wouldn't call myself an expert, in building, merely by the fact that I'm building the structure. I'm no pro. I'm gonna make mistakes. We're gonna learn along the way. Even the professionals make mistakes, right? So, um, be part of the family. If you see us doing anything wrong, like I always say, call it out. If it's not too late, we'll do our best to change it, right? Once again, thank you. Enjoy the rest of the video. Till next time, stay safe.